Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see the Leetcode question number 605, can place flowers. The question is, you have a long flower bed on which some of the pots are planted and some are not. However, flowers cannot be planted in adjacent pots. Given an integer array containing zeros and ones, where 0 means empty, 1 means non-empty, and an integer n. Return true if n new flowers can be planted in the flower bed without violating the non-adjacent rule, and false otherwise. We are given two examples here. In the first example, the flower bed has the value 1, 0, 0, 0 and 1. And we need to plant one new flower. So we can plant in this position without flowers in the adjacent positions. So this is possible, hence we are returning the output as true. In the second example, the flower bed has the value 1, 0, 0, 0 and 1. And we need to plant two new flowers. So it is not possible to place the flowers without adjacent flowers. Hence we are returning the output as false. I hope the question is clear. Now let's get into the approach. Let's assume that our flower bed has the value 0, 1, 0, 0 and 0. And we need to plant one new flower. In order to do that, we will iterate from left to right. First we will iterate from 0 and we will check both the left element and the right element. Only for the leftmost element, we don't have any left element, so we will check only the right element. We have 1 in the right, so we cannot plant any flowers, so we will iterate to the next element. Our next element is 1, so we cannot plant any flowers, so we will iterate to the next element. We will see either sides. We have 1 in the left, so we cannot plant flower in this index, so we'll iterate to the next element. Our next element is 0, so we will see the adjacent sides. Both the adjacent sides have 0, so we will change the element from 0 to 1. We have planted a flower in this position, so we will decrement n. Once n becomes 0, we don't have to iterate anymore. We can just return true. I hope you like this approach. Now let's get into the implementation. Let's implement this approach. If n equals to 0, that means we don't have to place any flowers. We can just return true. If n equals to 0, return true. Now we will iterate through the array. For I in range of length of flower bed, we can place the flowers only when the flower bed has the value 0. If flower bed of I equals to 0, and we have to check both the left and the right element, and flower bed of I minus 1 equals to 0, and the right element should also be 0, and flower bed of I plus 1 equals to 0. For the leftmost element in the array, there is no other left element, so we will check only the right element. Let's implement that. I equals to 0 or the left element equals to 0. Either of these two conditions has to satisfy. Similarly, for the rightmost element, we have to check only the element in the left. Let's implement that. I equals to length of flower bed minus 1, or the rightmost element should be equal to 0. I hope it makes sense. If this condition satisfies, we will change that element to 1. flower bed of I equals to 1. And we will decrement n. n equals to minus 1. Once n reaches 0, we don't have to iterate anymore. So we will just return true. If n equals to 0, we will just return true. Else, we will return false. Return false. That's pretty much it. Now let's submit it. The solution got accepted. I hope you like this video and I'm sure that you learned something new today. If you do like this video, please consider to subscribe and I will see you in yet another interesting LeetCode interview question. Thank you.